and thank you for joining me. And to those of you who have stayed up, an extra special thank you. We're just going to start with a couple of paintings this morning, and I've covered this canvas in a layer of white gesso, which will just make the paint stick nice and thick. And let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to bring in some, this is cerulean blue, and then we're going to mix it with just a little bit of our white. We're going to do a lovely sky this morning for this first painting. And so we're just going to mix these together until we're happy with the color that we're getting. Get these in here, and then load up the brush nice and thick. And we're just going to do some little X shapes here on the canvas, just to make sure it gets evenly spread. This easel wobbling a bit here, not as sturdy as I'm used to be honest. We're going to keep making our little X shapes, feather light touches here, just light touches. Bring down the sky all the way. Let's get some more paint on this brush here. We're flicking little droplets of paint everywhere. I'm glad now that I had the guys cover up the floor of the studio. It means I can make a real nice mess at 5 in the morning. So really wobbling around here, you know. And we're going to keep doing these little X shapes all the way down this canvas, flopping backwards and forwards, just trying to hold in my laughter at the minute. Trying not to laugh that this canvas is just flopping all around. Load up the brush a bit more, get some more X's on here. Spray some paint just all over the floor. You know, because we're not here to be clean. You know, we're here to make a mess and have fun doing it. And we're doing it for charity as well, which is even better. It's just a great way to spend a night raising some money for charity. There's a lot of folks out there who are in need much more than we are. So we're just going to keep filling in the sky. And while we're doing this, we can just think about what we're going to maybe put in there, put it in front of this sky. We'll make some decisions. Today I'm thinking of maybe putting in a nice mountain. There's the white gesso allowing the paint to stick. Could use a little more white. Just a bit more white. Just load up the camera, load up the brush here. I really hope you enjoyed our flashy little intro that we had there. It was a lot of fun to make. No idea. You know, everything these days needs its flashy little intros, even our 5 a.m. painting sessions. So this isn't the most glamorous part of the painting, but it's the most important. Setting your background. You know, everything needs a first step. We're just going to keep making our little X's on our wobbly little canvas until we get all the way to the bottom. So today I'm just thinking of doing a couple of paintings for you. If I ever get to the bottom of this canvas with this sky here. Just do a couple of nice little landscapes for you all, because something nice to wake up to, go to bed to. I don't know what you're doing at 5 in the morning. And frankly, it's none of my business. As far as I'm concerned, this is all your time. I'll just stay here and make my painting. Hope you all have enjoyed our charity stream so far. It's all for good causes. Go ahead and pop this easel down. Make sure this canvas doesn't fall off onto the table. It's a little scratchy, but that's absolutely fine. This the easel's coming off balance here. We're having a few technical difficulties with the easel and, well, with just about everything so far, to be honest. But nothing is without its flaws. And without little accidents like that, you know, who could say that life would be interesting at all? So we're going to go ahead and put some little clouds into this sky. And this is one of our first big decisions that we have to make, is what our clouds are going to look like. And so let's get a little paint just on the corner of the brush. We're just going to go with straight up white. We haven't washed the brush yet, so there's a little bit of the cerulean sky in there still. So it'll just still be nice and blended together. And we're just going to start putting some little shapes in here. Start putting some little shapes of white on the sky. So there's our first little cloud. There's a happy little guy. It's important that you try and think when you're making your clouds about where these guys are going. You know, make little stories for them. Give them names. It's your world, you know. You're the one who's in control here. And when you're painting, if you're painting along or just painting at home, you can make sure that that's just your time. You don't need to let anyone judge you for your paintings. I'm certainly not at the minute. So, just going to keep putting these little clouds in here, these little shapes. And you know, clouds just make a scene happy. You know? Need some clouds in there. One day these will turn into big rain clouds. They'll bring down some kind of huge thunderstorm. But that's not today. And for now, they're just happy little clouds. Up, hanging out in the sky up here. We're just putting them in. I'm going to start putting them in with little circles now. Just pushing them into the canvas. Look at these, they're so high up here you can barely see them. But they're doing their thing. They're all part of nature. All part of this world that we're building here on this canvas. That's ours to do with as we please. If I wanted to make the clouds green, I might just do that. If I want to paint them upside down, that's no problem either. This is our time. So if you happen to be painting along, or if you're just watching late at night or early in the morning, as it could be, then we're just going to have a nice little relaxing time here. Really bring it down a notch. There's been a lot of exciting stuff on this stream going on. No doubt the technical difficulties part of that. Lots of excitement running around here, all the people I've been hanging out backstage and seen all kinds of people running about, doing busy work, stuff like that. But for now, everyone can just calm down. I'm going to add another little cloud in here. This cloud's just to make everyone calm. Just a calming little friend to live up in the top right corner of our painting. Well, now I think that we've got just about enough clouds. Actually, no. I don't think we've got enough clouds. I think I'm going to put another one. I think this guy is going to, I'm going to extend this guy here. I'm going to push him downwards a bit. As I go downwards, I'm going to try and make him lighter. Make him fade into the sky just a little bit more to give that illusion of depth, which is what makes, just the key to what makes some paintings really great. It's the way they build depth. I'm just going to blend that one nice and firmly into the back of the sky. Right, so we've got a sky, we've got some clouds. Now what we need, I'm going to say, is a mountain. So I'm going to get a bit of, this is burnt umber. It's going to be a nice dark mountain. I'm going to get a little bit of the yellow ochre and just a little bit more of the white. Just mix these guys up. That's a little bright. I'll get a little bit more of the burnt umber. And we're not too worried about the exact details here. We're just having a good time with the time that we have on this little stream. So I've mixed the paint in here. Still a little bright. Maybe I'll put in a bit of violet. A bit of violet. Calm it down a bit. Yeah, that's nice. And so then we've got our knife here, and we're going to just cut off a bit of paint. Like so. So we've got a nice kind of clean roll. And now we get to make a really big decision. We get to see where we're going to put our mountain. And I'm going to start by putting the peak around about I have a couple of peaks just there. Let's load this up a bit more. And then let's give him a third peak. This can be a real proud mountain. It's 3 beautiful peaks. And then we just bring these all down here. Scratch off the excess paint. What we're really looking for with this, it's got another little peak going on. That was just, I didn't really mean that to be there, but that's just little things that'll build up the picture. Sometimes you don't expect these things. So now we just bring all this down, scratch off the excess paint with the knife. We're just looking for nice, clean edges to this mountain at the minute. Okay, and it looks like we've got them. So I'm going to get a new brush out, a much smaller brush, and I'm just going to start grabbing this and pulling it down, start shaping the mountain. pull it down here, and we're going to start getting an idea of the shape of the thing. Just like so. Get a little bit more of this on here. A little more of our mountain mixture. And just pull that down. And here you can really start putting in the three-dimensional shape of the mountain. So you can see as you alternate the direction. There we go. And we just pull it down and let it fade off into the sky. So that's starting to look pretty good, and of course this is just a pile of rocks standing in the middle of nowhere. You can't see what's going on at all, so this mountain needs a little bit of snow, I reckon, and I'm just going to do that by putting in a bit of white, mixing that in a little bit with our mountain mixture, and again just spreading it out and pulling off a bit of this. A nice roll on the end of the knife. And it's important that you don't overmix this, because if you mix it so it's totally smooth, that's just gonna look. Anyway, I'm being told that we're going to have to stop for now, so we'll get to the snow in just a second. We'll continue with part 2 after these messages.